The jobs decline has hit the island's construction industry hardest. Overall, 1,720 fewer jobs on Guam since March of last year. 1,080 of those jobs lost in the construction industry, which had been ramping up for the buildup.
We need to grow and create jobs in this island. And this is some sobering news. It shows the fragility of an economy. It shows sometimes anticipation for things coming ahead, such as a military buildup, things that really aren't totally in our control.
GovGuam economist Gary Hiles points out that many of the construction jobs lost were the result of some private construction projects that have now been finished, and there are no new projects for workers to go to. In particular, none of the major build-up projects that were expected to have come online.
The decline is due to projects that were in process, were being completed. However, if the buildup had proceeded on schedule, a lot of new projects would be replacing those, and we would have seen an expansion rather than a decline. It appears that those projects will still happen, but they'll be delayed somewhat into the future.
Obviously, the delay in some of the build-up activity has caused some delays in construction, and so as you did see companies ramp up early on, and you've seen them kind of dwindle down or downsize.
When you have ambiguity and you have a grayness in terms of the future, where once it was very clear on a record of decision should be very clear. They had sent out bid packages for hundreds of millions of dollars for Mamizu projects, and then you start having an about face, then the whole environment has changed.
However, Governor Calvo is not waiting on the buildup. First priority, he says, getting the federal government to agree to a China visa waiver program for Guam.
There's still a discussion that's going on at the highest, and let me emphasize that, at the highest levels right now in Washington, D.C., in the discussions with the Department of Defense and the Department of Homeland Security as to this advance notice period that might be required for China visitors. So we continue to pursue that, we continue to push that.
Even for the month of April, we're up almost 50%, 48.5% in PRC arrival, Chinese arrival. But our biggest market still is Japan, and our marketing efforts there have not stopped.
When decisions are made, and whether they're made in Washington, D.C. or Tokyo, and if they do not always go as how we had assumed and planned, we see the effects of that. And what is so important is we can't give up. We have to continue to strive. We have to continue to push forward.
Kevin Kerrigan, PNC News.